All right, folks. I've gotten a couple requests to talk about this issue in soccer refereeing, and there's so much that I could say, and I'm just gonna give you a little example, and then just try to make one main point about this. And people were asking things like, what do I do when I've had a bad game, or I'm having a bad game, or you're in a game and you're getting yelled at by players, or the game's getting out of hand, or whatever, right? And you're kind of feeling self-conscious, you're feeling nervous, you're feeling scared or afraid, you're kind of out of step with what's going on, and you don't know why, and things are kind of starting to, get out of hand. You're losing control, right? And you don't know what to do or how to kind of grasp the game back. So a couple years ago, I was doing a men's open indoor game on the north side of Chicago in Evanston, and which is in the USA. And this this league got the nickname of Wednesday night fight nights, because these teams would just kind of really get into it and fights would break out. I saw a guy get kicked in the head when he was down on the ground, and the place where this was happening had to hire this big bouncer guy to kind of come and stand there and kind of keep order and stuff. So there was just a lot of tension there, and all these teams were different ethnicities. So the game that I was doing, which was I think one of my most, it was a very stretching game for me. I think it gave me nightmares for 2 or 3 nights after the game. It was a Polish men's team against a Serbian team. And so these guys are speaking Polish, or I guess Serbian speaks Serbian, I assume. I'm sorry that I don't know that, but ethnic teams, right, that are speaking their own languages, and just I don't know. This was there was a Jamaican team there was a Japanese team or something. There were all these different ethnic teams there. So in this particular game, at the end of the first half, both teams were all out on the field, slandering each other, pushing each other, wanting to fight and stuff. And I was like, holy moly, how did this go wrong? I think I kicked some people out late in the second half, but by then it was it didn't do anything. It was too late. So anyway, so some of these thoughts come from my own experience, and I read a book called The Man in the Middle by Howard Webb, who is a world-class referee, and I wrote down some of his thoughts too that I want to share with you. So one thing that he says is, when you're in a game that's going poorly, or where you're not in step or whatever, like I was saying in the very beginning of the video, if you hide, it will go worse. So I'm not saying that it's going to be a great game for you, or that it's going to finish as a great game, or this is the way to kind of dig yourself out. I'm saying, to prevent further deterioration of the game, don't hide. Never hide. Hiding is you not making calls, you not running to be in the spot to see the foul, you kind of closing in, you afraid, your focus on yourself, your focus on people yelling at you, right? That's you hiding. Don't hide. The game is calling for you to step up. You need to step up. You need to block all that crap out and don't hide. When you hide, that's because you're feeling self-doubt. And Webb says that is the most dangerous mid-match emotion, self-doubt, being self-conscious. Maybe players or coaches or fans are trying to unnerve you because you're a rookie ref. Don't succumb to it. You need to be strong mentally, and you need to persevere. You have to focus. Block it all out and come and do your job, okay? So don't let them intimidate you. Don't let them unnerve you. You gotta focus, okay? And if you can't, get out of your head, just start doing something else and focus somewhere else, and that might help knock you out of it. Rather than being unnerved, you need to believe in yourself. Trust your gut instincts, okay? Trust your intuition. Stick to your guts, okay? You got to concentrate and go back to the basics. The basics are you moving your butt to get in a spot to see the foul. If there is someone who's acting out of hand, you got to caution them or you got to send them off. Get them out of the game. Rise up and take control. You got to wrestle the game back, okay? Whatever you do, don't hide. Couple other things. I'm just repeating myself a little bit, but keep your focus. Focus. Stick to your guts. Stick to your instincts. Go back to the basics. Trust yourself. Okay? You gotta start believing in yourself. If you're in a match and you got 2 ARs, maybe pause it at a goal kick, call them in. Guys, we gotta trust ourselves. I need your help. Let's be calling stuff. Let's step up. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be perfect. It could be a real crappy game for you guys, but it's gonna be worse if you don't step up, trust yourself, and believe. Okay? I'm not sure if that's super helpful to you, but I know I had another game. It was an indoor game up in Madison, Wisconsin. It was a men's open game. It was a team from Minnesota came down against this Hispanic team, and it was me by myself. And I gave out 2 or 3 red cards, and at the end of the game, the players surrounded me and were pissed off at me as the referee. I was the worst ref. I was a joke. F this, F that, all that stuff, right? Guys, I would rather have them be upset with me than upset with one another. By me stepping up and calling the fouls, and I'm not going to stand for it. No, I'm trusting myself. This is what we're going to do. Boom. No, I warned you once. See ya, gone. That's it. I'm laying it down. And if they don't want to play, then they don't play. But I'm setting the bar. This is how we're going to do it. All right? So it's always a better situation, I've heard, to have people focus on the referee and be pissed off with me than be going at one another. Okay? So I'm taking control. I'm stepping up. Now, in that game, they were really pissed off at me, blah, blah, blah. But I think that, for me, was a step up from where I was 3 years prior to that at the Wednesday night fight night when they were going at his teams and I felt helpless. At least here, I was like, I'm in control. I'm doing this. You guys aren't going to like it. I'm sorry. Boom. There. See ya. Done. And I might have to do that multiple times. And I've even seen some situations in some games where refs are like, you guys don't want to play? Tweet. Game is, I'm suspending the match. And then they walk. Okay, so that was a lot to take in. I kind of just got up in the soapbox there for a second. I hope something in there was helpful for you. If you have any comments on how you kind of wrestle control back or how you recover mid-game from a game that's going poorly, please drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear those suggestions. Anything I'm saying is not the end-all, be-all. Refereeing is an art, okay? But it's important that you get up and you keep going. Message from this clip: do not hide. Back to your instincts. Trust yourself. Go back to the basics and get on the horse. All right, folks, thank you for watching.